Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the class of 1923 arena for tonight's broadcast of Drexel Hockey live on DHN. Bob Long on play-by-play. Mike Crisafulli on the camera. So excited to be alongside you wherever and however you might be watching us this evening for the final regular season home game for the Dragons of Drexel at 28-3-1-1, the best regular season in program history, on their way to the ACHA National Tournament in Dallas. And just one more home test here. It will be against NYU. Now we'll tune in to Zena on public address as she introduces the players, followed by the national anthem.
Tonight, Drexel Hockey would like to welcome the students and volunteers of the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation. This organization brings hockey to inner city youth, and we're happy to have them here with us tonight. For NYU starting lineup, in goal, number 31, Pat Kavanaugh. On left defense, number 13, James Long. On right defense, number 30, Feihu Yan. At left wing, number 9, Brandon Ritchie. At center, number 14, Parker Richards. And at right wing, number 32, Alex Peck. And now, the starting lineup for your Drexel Dragons. On left defense, number 29, Jim Mikulik. On right defense, number 4, Mike Churchvara. At left wing, number 22, Chris Hagan. At right wing, number 5, Dylan Hart. At center, number 13, Pat McGinley. And in goal, number 35, Jeremy Wick. Please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
And it's a beautiful night for hockey here in Philadelphia. Big shout out to Zena, the public address announcer, for stressing the I in organization. That's exactly what you do on Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Nights. And Drexel out on the ice in their home gold uniforms, the white trim, and the navy blue shoulders and numerals. NYU on the other side in their road black uniforms. They have white trim with a purple stripe coming horizontally across the chest and white numerals. Once again, Bob Long on play-by-play. Mike Crisafulli for the 17th and final time this year on camera together, the tag team here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Thanks, everybody, for being with us. If you have been with us over the course of the year, it's been a fun run. 28 wins later, this Drexel team is on their way to the ACHA Nationals, and certainly a tough matchup here in NYU as a little bit of a tune-up. And in 2 weekends, it'll be conference tournament weekend in the ECHA. But of course, as we've documented over the year in the ACHA, it is the regular season that determines who will go to the Nationals. Drexel will be that automatic representative. But still 60 minutes to go here at the Class of 23 Arena. That shot came in and it was deflected by the stick of NYU, and it nearly went on net. James Long back behind the net, dishes it off for Richard Doherty, who plays it up the near side. Coming onto it now is Parker Richards. Richards brings it to the blue line, and it's offside as number 9, Brandon Riley, was just a step into the zone. Along the near side boards, this one's flipped in by number 21, Cole Donovan. Back there is Urbani. That took a weird bounce. Now it comes right back to the point save made as that one got all the way back through to Wick. Urbani turns with it. Sends it back behind the net. Now Eugene Lim on the near side boards. That pass is intercepted. NYU able to turn on it and shoves it back to Wick. Wick dishes it off for number 12, Nicholas Urbani. Once again, back to Eugene Lim. He'll try that same pass. This time does make it to the red line and now flipped forward by Crane. Aaron Carmichael, and this puck comes off his stick and is popped straight into the air. Crane brings it through a defender of NYU, and turning on it now is Scott Mulligan. Flipped up the sideboards onto center ice. Mikulik bangs it back, but it does stay in the neutral zone. Carried on, and a big shot there. Mike Churchvara is down as he took that right where the padding is not, and he hobbles off the ice. Cameron Neely will take the face-off, and it's won by number 15, Jake Geller for NYU. This one almost, and now indeed will, go all the way back to Patrick Cavanaugh, the goaltender. Face-off comes to the near side circle, and once again, folks, a reminder that it is indeed Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation night. And we're going to be talking to several members of the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation at the intermission, so stay tuned for that. There's a great message that goes along with that organization, and there's a hockey element, there's a academic element, and all that is about making a difference in the lives of young individuals. And we're excited to hear more about that again at the first intermission. Andrew Williamson back behind the net, working to clear, and they do. They get it to center ice. Turning on it now is Jake Geller. Geller's going to get it back as he comes down to the ice, but then loses the puck. Cameron Neely carries it in. Along the near side boards, now comes below the goal line and is hit pretty well into the wall. Dylan Key plays it up for Mason Gallegos. And offside is NYU just by a step. It was Adam Peck offside as Frank Horowitz was trying to bring it into the zone. Blaze Kilroy, the defenseman for Drexel, and that one nearly given away. Josh Sklar plays it up to the point, not out, and he's leveled into the wall. Now Kilroy flicks it up off the half board and now comes in back behind the net. There's a fight for it as Nathan Runk is in there as well. Adam Peck for NYU pokes away at the puck. Referees asking them to get the puck moving, now they do. Good move there by Kilroy to get it out to center ice. This will be turned on by James Young of NYU. It's touched by number 30, Tiger Yan. And now Church Vara, nice job to keep it in the zone, sends that one and directs it wide. Half change for the Dragons. McGinley tries to forecheck, as does Dylan Hart, but here comes NYU the other way. This is Scott Mulligan with a shot. That one goes wide, came right back in front on the other side, coming off the backboard. NYU's onside, dropped off to the backhand of Mulligan. Mulligan turns on it back below the net. Here's Horowitz, back for Mulligan, back for Horowitz, and that shot from an off angle goes high. Next shot is blocked by Hagan, and Drexel now looking to clear. Hagan shifts it along the near side boards. NYU's going to get there first. Sent right into the slot. That shot is saved by the pad of Jeremy Wick. Another look for NYU. That one is smothered there by Jeremy Wick right in the chest. 15:56 to play in the first period, and Drexel and NYU are scoreless. Sent this one all the way down, and it will be an icing by a half step. On his horse was Andrew Williamson. Aaron Carmichael can't win that faceoff, back to the point. Patience now, a shot was blocked well by Carmichael. Here comes Eugene Lim, just like that, a 3-on-1. Lim drops it across and it couldn't be finished. Crane couldn't quite get the stick on it. Now Crane taken down from behind. He's somehow able to get it still south of the goal line. Turning on it now, number 27, Brian Tacone. Tacone loses the puck. Eugene Lim, great job on the forecheck. Tacone now gets another chance to clear and will do so out to center ice. Corkery will feed it right back in, a half change for the Dragons. Tacone once again has the puck taken away. Neely right in front, brings it to the forehand, drops it off, and a big time save there by Kavanaugh. Still scoreless here at the Class of 1923 Arena. A little less than 5 minutes in, but good chances on both sides in the early going. Neely at the circle. He'll face off against Mason Gallegos, and it's Neely controlling. But a little poke there opens up an opportunity on the counter for NYU. Here's the shot and the deflection there by Nicholas Urbani. Right stick, right time. As that shot was deflected off the shot from Cole Donovan. Gallegos, and once again, it's Neely getting the better of Gallegos on that faceoff. Urbani to the red line now, brings it across the blue line. Great drop off. That pass was just a little bit behind Kyle Fiore. And the puck just eluded the stick of Cameron Neely. James Long with a long pass, and it's going to be icing. 14:33 to play. The icing will bring it back into the Drexel offensive zone. Scoreless. And they're going to kick Mason Gallegos out of the zone. The captain, Gallegos, had lost the two faceoffs, moved a little quick. And McGinley able to control. Mikulik at the point, plays it along and touched there by Hart. Now Hagan turned and was looking for Hart, I should say. But it's intercepted, and here comes number 26, Isaac Che. Che, puck is taken off his stuck well there. Nice job by Hagan. Hagan's long pass was ambitious, and now it's directed wide as NYU has to touch up. What a pass there by Church Vara. Opens up an opportunity for Hagan. Sent it across and was tipped there by McGinley. Save made by Kavanaugh. Now right back in front. That shot never got through to Kavanaugh. Was blocked in front by NYU. It's a 2-on-1 with reinforcements coming. That shot is deflected up into the netting with 13:50 to play. Nice crowd at the rink here tonight. On our side, right below us. Most of the seating filled behind the bench. A nice night for the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation. Here is Eugene Lim, a full head of speed, takes the shot, and it caught the glove of Kavanaugh. Big save that time for Patrick Kavanaugh in net. Good move in front by Crane, somehow gets that shot off, and he's checked into the post. He's still down as Lim comes up with it. He maintains possession behind the net. Crane's back up, now to the point. Churchvara slides to the slot. That shot is blocked. It'll spin high in the air. Brought down by Mikulik. Could have been a hand pass. I think it was going to be if it was a first touch by Drexel, so it was waved off. Now NYU comes the other way. Jack Horn, shot and saved there by Wick. Wick now directs it wide, and it's Jim Mikulik turning the other way. NYU in the middle of a shift. Eugene Lim flips it high. This will come up well short of icing. Carmichael nearly got a stick on the play, and he falls on his bottom. 12:50 to play first period. Scoreless. NYU carries into the offensive zone. Here's an opportunity for Peck. Peck sends it in front, and a nice block there on the pass from James Schickling. Now it comes off, and Kyle Fiore could not gain possession. Poked right back into the zone by Key. This one can't be cleared. Another nice play by Key, but on second effort, Neely able to get it out to center ice. James Schickling sends this one right on net. It's directed wide by Kavanaugh. Kyle Fiore was taken off of the puck by the defender. Now Neely and Schickling are in there. Schickling got a good stick lift, could not quite get the pass across to Fiore. Now turning with it is Adam Peck, and offside by just a step was Andrew Williamson, number 11. Less than thrilled with the call. Pretty good period of ice hockey here tonight. Both teams have had some opportunities. Goalie standing up. Wick made a few good saves on one real sustained offensive push from NYU. Wyeth Cool on defense, plays it off the sideboards, dropped off for McGinley. He has Hart. Hart with a shot. Save made by Kavanaugh. Six shots for the home Dragons of Drexel, 4 registered shots for NYU. Brought down there, but McGinley gave it up. That one's dropped behind, and what a play there by Wyeth Cool. There was a guy right in front. The pass was well intended from Brandon Ritchie, but Cool got himself in the way. Now turning on to number 32, Alex Peck. Peck back behind the net. Good work by Michael Corkery. And Hagan will turn with it back behind his own net. Dylan Hart builds through the middle of the ice. Hart, good work. He'll get a shot off, and it's saved there. He went glove side and nearly beat Patrick Kavanaugh. Now a loose puck in the middle. Very nifty pass that time from the alternate captain, Churchvara. One-timer. The follow won't go. Sklar got the initial look. Bad rebound in front, and Runk tried to poke it home. Kavanaugh recovered. Drexel in on the forecheck. Nice work there by Richard Doherty, though, for NYU, and they will be able to get it to center ice, shoveled forward by Donovan. Jim Mikulik has it in the center of the ice for the Dragons. Churchvara. That pass eludes Josh Sklar, who nearly loses his footing. And now here comes NYU the other way. Mason Gallegos plays it up, and nice play by Chris DiCarlo. Jim Mikulik. And Mike Churchvara, first line defense for Drexel. This one given away in a tough spot. Off-angle shot. Wick was there, and Church Vera able to come up with it, preventing any further attack. Now he'll carry through the middle and give it away. Fortunate to have Chris DiCarlo in there. DiCarlo nudged into the boards. NYU onside. Pass is deflected. Church Vera lost his stick, and it was poked at there by Gallegos. Gallegos did his best to push that stick as far away from Church Vera as he can, and Drexel gets a nice clearance. Full change for the Dragons. Right into the glove of Wick, and he's going to choose to hold on to it with 9:25 to play. Carmichael got a stick on it. Back there to get it, Sam Rappaport. Rappaport taken out, as is Kilroy, who's down on all fours. Now he gets back up. That shot came on a one-timer just wide from Rappaport. Urbani plays it up for Carmichael. And the rush builds, 4-on-2. Now a defender is back for NYU. Patience sent in front. It's popped high and back behind the net again. Crane holds. Kilroy winds. That one was blocked right off his stick by number 15, Jake Geller. Now right in front, bounces over the stick of Jamie Crane. Turns with it on his backhand, nudged into the boards by Geller. Eugene Lim taken down, and that's going to be an easy penalty call. On a boarding, comes against number 25, Dylan Key. Lim was hit high. He was that foot or two away from the board. That is always going to draw that penalty. And Key's not going to like the call, but it's a fairly simple one for the officials. He'll go to the sin bin for 2 minutes. Kilroy had an issue as well and was getting into the face of NYU after that one. Dylan Hart winds, and that one was going wide to begin with, but it did get the blocker of Kavanaugh. Kept in at the point by Urbani, spinning at the top of the circle. Back for Urbani. Holds it, now Hart. Hart drops it back for Urbani. Patience as they get it over to Hagan. Top of the right circle. Hart, it comes off the side boards. Urbani glides to the slot. His shot gets all the way through. And it was loose in front, poked all the way down by NYU in desperation. And Drexel, boy, Jeremy Wick, I don't think they expected him to play to the near side boards there. Nearly got caught with too many men on the ice. Which is not what you want while you're on the power play or, frankly, any other time. Now, Carmichael, a good pass where he flips it off the ice. Eugene Lim's pass is intercepted. Fortunate to get it back, but then gives it away. Takes it right back from Gallegos. Everybody touches up. Lim takes the shot. It was deflected in front and did get all the way to Kavanaugh. 38 seconds left on the man advantage for Drexel. Played across for Schickling. Schickling gets it back. And patience here from the Dragons as Lim has it along the far side board. Sent across, and the one-timer came across the front of the net. Drexel with good pressure on this power play. Carmichael given a lot of room. Now Church Vera sends it and scores! It caught the inside of the post and then found some twine. Mike Church Vera on the assist from Aaron Carmichael. That shot came through a lot of traffic. Good recognition by Carmichael to find Church Vera coming up in between the circles, and that wrister's deadly. Pinpoint precision from the senior defenseman Mike Churchvara, who we mentioned this a lot earlier in the year, the first defenseman in Drexel history, as that shot came off the near side netting on the outside of the net. First defenseman in Drexel history with 11 points, or 100 points, excuse me, in a career. And now a goal by NYU. It was a scramble in front. Jeremy Wick a little bit out of position and filtered through by number 16, Adam Peck. Peck, the goal scorer, and NYU gets it right back with 6:19 to play in the first period. Runk punched that one all the way back. Kavanaugh leaves it off for Blake Howard. Now Runk taken off the puck by Howard. It's still a fight back behind the net and a big hit into the back of the net. Alex Peck took a big piece out of the Drexel Dragons, and that's Chris DiCarlo, a guy who's always going to be in the mix. And DiCarlo doesn't take too kindly to it. Let's see if this develops at all as the game carries on. McGinley set to take the face-off. And it's controlled by NYU, and a quick shot there, though, by Dylan Hart as they turned it over. A pretty easy save for Kavanaugh. Parker Richards, number 14, set to take the face-off. And it does come back to the Dragons, but given away on a lazy pass to the point. NYU flips it ahead. It comes back to the other side of the ice. Here's Dylan Hart. Plays it up for Urbani. The defenseman takes the shot, and it's saved there. A glove save by Patrick Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, 5-9 on the year. A 4.32 goals against average. .886 save percentage. NYU hasn't had their best year at 7-14, but a talented hockey team, a good program over the span of quite a few years. Mason Gallegos, the captain, wins the face-off, but now NYU with the trouble of trying to clear it. Right in front as Craney lifts the puck, it went off the mask. Follow, and that one was blocked in front before it got to Kavanaugh off the Kilroy shot. Isaac Che with that shot, it was deflected right off his stick by number 12, Nicholas Urbani. This flipped high will find its way to center ice. And Aaron Carmichael across the red line, hit as soon as he gets to the blue line and gives up the puck. Che plays it across, long pass to Gallegos. Gallegos a good look ahead. That shot again blocked by Mike Churchvara, and Drexel with great positioning thus far defensively. Besides the one goal given up where everybody was just a little bit out of position, Drexel has really teed up these forwards for NYU. And here's another bad giveaway. And fortunate to be able to clear, and not only clear, here's Lim all alone. Lim shot, saved by Kavanaugh, and badgered just slightly by Blake Howard, number 6, the defenseman, carrying his way back and getting himself back into the play. Hagen has it back behind the net. Good work, back for Churchvara. Top of the circle save made. And here comes NYU the other way, and they lost the puck in between the skates of Sam Rappaport. Rappaport comes back into the play, and now we'll look to carry it. He lost it again. Fortunate to get it back. It continues to find its way in between his skates. Mikulek back behind the net for Churchvara. Churchvara plays it to the near side. A turnover. Up at the point, a long shot, and Wick thought he had it. It did bounce back behind the net, but Wick thought he had covered that one up with a catching glove. Now this sent ahead. Hart will win the race, so it'll wave off any icing. Hart's just going to hold it up as long as he can as Drexel gets a change, and that's a nasty hit as Dylan Hart was hit up by the head, now lying face down. And I don't know that necessarily that was the intent. I don't think it was from Sam Rappaport, but that's where he got Hart, and that's why Hart went down in the fashion that he did. Hart making his way off the ice slowly. And again, just a slow skate to the bench. Hope that he's okay. You hate to see it at this part of the season. And you hope that he's back shortly. Now head coach Kyle Zoldi. Assistants TJ Lasig, Derek Cruz will get the explanation from the official. 5-minute major called against number 19, Sam Rappaport, for a high hit on Dylan Hart that sent him into the boards. And we'll get one more stoppage here from the official as he comes to the scorer's box. Once again, this is Drexel Hockey on DHN, the Drexel Hockey Network. Bob Long, Mike Crisafulli, the broadcast team as we've had it all year long. Certainly appreciate everybody being with us and their support of Drexel Hockey. You can follow the Drexel Hockey Network and the program at Drexel Hockey. That's at Drexel Hockey on Twitter. And you can also go to the Point Streaks website for Drexel Hockey to find all our programming updates, information about this team going forward to nationals, and much more. Cameron Neely wins the face-off. And here's a giveaway. 1-on-none. Wick makes a big save on Alex Peck's breakaway. Drexel will be a man up for the next 5 minutes. But NYU, a good first 20 seconds of this penalty kill. Another giveaway of the puck. And losing the puck was number 13, James Long. 2-on-1 for the Dragons. Schickling drops it back just a bit too far for Neely. Played back to the point. Nobody was there. Carmichael came in, and now Church Vara keeps it in. Eugene Lim winds and fires. It was blocked there in front by number 14, Parker Richards. Church Vara plays catch with Lim. Back for Carmichael. Tees it up. Takes the shot, and it's saved there by Cavanaugh. Through a lot of traffic, a glove save made by Patrick Cavanaugh, who's had a nice night here this evening. Hart wins the faceoff, back for Urbani. This is Dylan Hart, back for Urbani in between the circles. Pass comes across into the middle. Jamie Crane taken down. Puck still in front of him. He continues to dig at it, and Hart's going to come up with it at the edge of the circle. 3:41 to go in this power play on the 5-minute major to Sam Rappaport. Urbani in the slot, back for Hagen, brings it to the top of the circle, sends across, and that pass a little bit too hot for Hart to handle. Hagen back below the net, 1-1, 2:13 to play in the period. Drexel will be 5-4 on the advantage for the rest of this period. And a clearance there on a big block from Andrew Williamson, and Donovan does the rest to clear it. Under 2 minutes now to play in the first. Aaron Carmichael in the neutral zone. Comes to center ice. He's going to carry it in. Draws 3 defenders, and this one will bleed its way into the neutral zone. Church Vara Plays up for Cameron Neely. That backhand was a little bit soft coming across and is going to allow NYU to clear it all the way down. Church-Vara spins right into the defender. Great play by NYU. And Scott Mulligan, one heck of a job holding things up. Now that pass can't find the intended stick mate, and it's cleared back into the Drexel zone. Eugene Lim with 1 minute left to play in the first period. Mike Church-Vara puts that pass in the air, and again it's deflected by Adam Peck. Neely across the red line, brings it to the blue line and fires it around. Aaron Carmichael has nobody at that point, now does as Eugene Lim is there as the safety valve. Urbani, top of the circle, wrister is blocked. Another nice block by Adam Peck. Peck comes up with the puck and fires it up into the stands. That was a little close for comfort. And a happy patron has a little souvenir. That puck came off the boards in a weird way. Prevented any type of opportunity to keep that in the zone. And now this is going to be an icing unless McGinley can win the race, and he cannot. 15.4 to play, and this has not been the most convincing of power plays for the Drexel Dragons. Once again, a reminder at the intermission, we will have an interview with one of the coaches with the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation. So excited for that, so stay with us. Maybe one last opportunity to build for Drexel. It's got to be quick. And it's given away. Here's an opportunity for NYU. And it's saved by Jeremy Wick in the dying embers of the first period. Wick keeps it 1-1 as we're through 20 minutes here at the Class of 1923 Arena. Bob Long on play-by-play. Mike Crisafulli, my camera guy, as he always is. Thanks for being with us in one more go-round here from the home rink for the Drexel Dragons. Through 20 minutes, Drexel 1, NYU 1. Stay with us. We'll have that interview with the coach of the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Program in just a minute. Colin Fafara is with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network, Director and Coordinator of Hockey Programs with the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation, and here at the nice, beautiful Class of 1923 Arena. Colin, it's great to be with you. I'll start with this. I love this venue. It's probably a great venue for the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation. So many quirks to it. The benches being on the other side of the rink. The fact that you got the penalty boxes right next to each other. and the fact that it's a college arena. It's got to be a big deal for these kids to call this their home.
Oh, absolutely. I remember the first day we had programming here, the kids came to the rink and I showed them the locker room and just the excitement on their face. Like, oh, we get to get changed in a locker room, and getting to see Drexel's locker room, and Penn has practiced before us at times. And, you know, the smile on their face, the kids love it. It's an awesome atmosphere.
So this is Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation night at the Drexel hockey game. So if you could, tell us a little bit about the program, how this got started. Obviously the namesake is Ed Snyder, the longtime owner of the Philadelphia Flyers, and his impact on the game of hockey. I don't know if it's possible to overstate it. I don't think that's something you can do. He brought hockey to this town, and it's continuing his legacy, this program.
Yeah, absolutely. So really, it kind of all started in 2005 during the NHL lockout. You know, Ed, so much of his time was invested with the Flyers, and once that lockout was going on, he wanted to do something, you know, for the city of Philadelphia and the community, and he came up with this idea to, you know, start this program. And he went around to the rec centers throughout Philadelphia and was able to start this program and build it to now what it's become now, where we operate in 6 different rinks in the city of Philadelphia and 1 in Pennsauken, New Jersey. So again, truly remarkable. Started in 2005, and to see where we are now in 2019 and the growth we've made, you know, I know that this is one thing, the only thing he ever put his name on. So he's really, like, him and his family, you know, they're truly passionate about what we do here, and this is his legacy, and it's remarkable what he's done in the lives he's been able to impact here in the city of Philadelphia.
And a big thing is, we talked about this all fair, it's so much more than hockey when it comes to the foundation. It's about classroom support. It's about getting these folks ready for whatever they're going to do after they're done with hockey. If you could speak to that just a little bit and give us a little bit of perspective on kind of what that holistic mindset really means to the foundation.
So, well, I'll start to say that we have over 3,000 kids in the program, and, you know, as you mentioned, we're so much more than hockey. We use hockey to bring kids in, but we're teaching them, you know, the importance of academics and life skill lessons and what it means to be a good person and life after hockey. You know, we all love the game, but we know that there's a time where we have to hang it up, and you know, and just being that person and building good character. And 88% of our students go on to post-secondary programs after school, and, you know, it's truly remarkable. We have academic services at all our rinks, academic tutors. So any kid who's struggling in school, even for a kid who isn't struggling in school and just needs a quiet place to do homework, or, you know, just wants to read a book before practice, they can do that at all of our rinks. And that impact that you see in the success stories that we have, it's just truly amazing. We actually have what we call our Goals and Assists program, where we've partnered with some schools in the area, and we provide kids opportunities they can receive either partial or full scholarships for 4 years. So they have the opportunity, you know, to graduate from college debt-free, which, as we all know, you know, that's amazing. So, and of course they have to earn it, you know. They have to maintain good grades, good attendance, good behavior, community service requirements. But, you know, what we offer these kids and what they do with what we offer, it's amazing, because I don't know without this program if we would have some of the success stories that we do have, and it's great to see.
Colin Fafara with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network, coordinator of hockey programming for Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation. So, Colin, you keep saying kids, and you're talking about growing. What are we talking about? From what age to when does it end for these kids?
Yeah, that's a great question. So our program is for children ages 5 through 18, boys and girls, which is great. So I actually want to touch on that. This past season, we just started our first year of girls travel. So we have 5 girls teams. 2 of them reached the playoffs this year, which, don't hold me to it, I think playoffs start either next week or in 2 weeks. But again, for our first season of girls travel, and 2 of those teams making playoffs, it's remarkable. But again, kids 5 through 18 in the city of Philadelphia and Camden County, New Jersey. And then what the great thing about it is, even our students who, when they're 18 and they graduate high school, they're still a part of our program. You know, it's not like you graduated and we just kind of forget about you. We help them out through college. Many of our alumni come back and they work for us. and it's great to see them come back and give back to the kids, you know, after they were given so much. And it's just kind of passing that torch on. And again, I'm biased, but it's a truly remarkable program, and I couldn't be happier to work for it.
That really is a great story and a great program, clearly. So I'm sure there are some people out there watching this saying maybe they did know, maybe they didn't know all that the program had to offer. If they want to either get involved or support or just be connected, how would you recommend somebody do that?
I would recommend to go on our website, which is www.snyderhockey.org. You can follow us on Twitter or Facebook. We're constantly posting on there. But our website has all our information, like, as you mentioned, volunteer opportunities, employment opportunities, donations, or, you know, just ways to give back or get involved and help out in the community. So I would check out our website.
Great, certainly, folks. SnyderHockey.org. Go out there and visit. Now, last question for you here. There's a little bit of a partnership between your organization and Drexel Hockey, obviously, and you guys have combined to make this what's really a special evening. See a lot of faces down there in the stands that are enjoying an opportunity to see guys at the next level. How did that partnership come about, and what's that mean to you guys?
That's a testament to our post-secondary counselors kind of reaching out to the local schools. And I'll say that the Drexel coaches here, they've been fantastic. As soon as we reached out to them, they were on board, they were responsive, they wanted to get involved. So actually next Thursday, some of the Drexel players and coaches are going to come out to our programming here at Class of 23 and work with our young learn-to-play skaters and, you know, just kind of give back to the game and give back to these kids who, you know, hopefully one day are playing here at Class of 23 or playing college hockey. And, you know, it's an amazing opportunity. And, again, I can't thank Drexel enough for their support. So.
Colin Fafara here delivering a great message for the Ed Snyder Youth Hockey Foundation. SnyderHockey.org. Colin, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for all you do for this great program, and thanks for being here tonight. It's a real pleasure to have you on In Between Periods.
Yeah, thank you. Go Dragons.
Go Dragons. You heard it from my man, Colin Fafara. So that's all we have here for our halftime, and I should say intermission report. I came from calling a basketball game about 2 hours ago, so muscle memory. But at the intermission, it is still 1-1. That's Colin Fafara. We'll take a break and come back in just a few minutes for puck drop here in the second. Welcome back inside our broadcast booth at the Drexel Hockey Network and the Class of 1923 Arena in University City in Philadelphia. Bob Long on play-by-play, Mike Crisafulli as we commence the second period. The Drexel Dragons still with a minute left on a 5-on-4 that was drawn by a 5-minute major to Sam Rappaport late in the first period. Brought down there by Eugene Lim. Drexel will build. Eugene Lim's pass is going to be intercepted. Now it's a race for the puck along the near side boards. Neely taken down, turning and firing it all the way down the ice is Dylan Key. Churchvara carries with 30 seconds left on the man advantage. He'll stop on a dime just south of the point. Sends it across for Aaron Carmichael. Carmichael glides to the slot, back for Churchvara. Eugene Lim has it. Back for Aaron Carmichael, and the pass tried to cut it in between. Cameron Neely and Schickling are in there. 7 seconds left as Schickling is pushed into the boards. Eugene Lim from an off angle. And now maybe an opportunity here right out of the box. Here's Tacone with a big shot and save there. And that goes high into the netting. Jeremy Wick had to stand up. Counterattack created by the timing as Tacone came out of the box. 18:43 to play, second period. And really an exquisitely defended penalty kill by NYU. Drexel had a few opportunities in the dying stages, but NYU held their own and kept it one apiece. Peck wins the faceoff. Back to the slot, winding and firing, and that one goes just wide. An awkward-looking shot coming off the stick of Alex Peck. Peck is going to come up with it at the red line, turning and swiveling away from two Drexel defenders. Now an opportunity as he carries it to the goal line, brings it back behind the net. Kilroy got a stick in there. On it now, number 29, Frank Horowitz. Horowitz in on the forecheck. Two Dragons are in there as well. Peck turns back behind the net. Looks for help as he brings it to the dot. Back to the point. That pass a little bit lazy and then sent ahead by McGinley. And that one comes up just short. Icing was waved off. McGinley, good work in there on the forecheck as the rest of the Dragons change. Now he will come to the bench. And he made that a much more convenient change for the Dragons. Churchvara back behind the net. He'll turn on the puck. A long pass comes to the red line. Nobody in particular. And a stoppage as it was touched up at the red line. 17:39 to play. NYU will send a man to the bench. Drexel was on the man advantage, so now we're going to get 4-on-4 hockey for the next 57 seconds. Penalty goes to number 29, Frank Horowitz. And it'll be Cameron Neely to face off against Parker Richards. Richards got control, and NYU, dressed in the road black uniforms with a purple horizontal stripe, looks to carry it up the ice. Good work by Eugene Lim to poke that free. Cameron Neely lines up a big hit and got him to some extent. But decent job by number 9, Brandon Ritchie, to avoid the hit. On the near side boards, given away. Eugene Lim brings it across, takes the shot, and it's patted there by the goaltender Kavanaugh. To the red line and now danced ahead by number 14, Parker Richards. And Richards will be the only one to not change for NYU. 4 new guys on the ice for NYU. Churchvara brings it in. Loses the puck. Sends it across. Brought down. And that one rolls over the stick of Nicholas Urbani, so he'll bring it back. Good work to hang onto that puck, but then it's finally taken away. Gallegos plays it forward. Cole Donovan was back there first to wave off any icing. And now the net comes off the moorings as Jamie Crane ran through the post. Faceoff will come outside the zone. 16:34 to play, and now the Dragons for the next 55 seconds are on the man advantage. Number 29, Frank Horowitz, continues to sit in the box. Jamie Crane goes back behind his net. With him every step of the way is Mason Gallegos. Stick is taken out of Crane's hands and a delay penalty, so Gallegos will go to the box. On a slash against Jamie Crane. Crane, a good job to sell it. Felt the contact. Stick was obviously going out of his hands and waited for the call. There's the captain, Gallegos. Another trip to the penalty box and a 5-on-3 for the Dragons for the next 36 seconds. Hart will face off against Peck. Peck does enough to kick that one to the back boards, but Drexel comes right back up with it. Hagan plays it across. Top of the circle, plays it back to the slot. Hagan's pass a little bit ambitious. Hart fortunate to get it back. Hagan winds and fires. That puck was blocked before it ever got to the net. 17 seconds left on the man advantage for Drexel. The 5-on-3 about to expire. A shot is saved there as Cavanaugh has to go up high to grab that one with the glove. 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. 1:34 in penalty time on that second 2-minute minor. Can Drexel push through and create another lead? Lim thought about one-timing it. Churchvara. Back for Lim. Here, that one goes just wide. Now back to 5-on-4. Churchvara holds, and Lim has it now. They work it around for Carmichael. Carmichael sends it across. It was tipped and did not get to the net. Lim along the near side boards. Neely controls. 1 minute left on the 5-on-4 for Drexel. Neely taken down and then drilled into the boards. And that dropped off, and NYU gets a much-needed clearance, and after that long shift, a full change for the team in black. Now Mike Churchvara carries it back up with 37 seconds left, drops it off. Towing the line was Crane, and a nice job by Crane to keep that in the zone. This will come up to the blue line and out. Crane went down on the play. Now a 2-on-2 shot. It bounces and goes just wide. Number 9, Brandon Ritchie knocked the net off its moorings. Wick thought he had it second time tonight. He thought he gloved it clean. And that one, oh so close as it bounces just feet wide of the net. 19 seconds left on this man advantage for Drexel. The faceoff comes out of the zone as the moorings were knocked off, certainly from an ill-advised manner as well, but Brandon Ritchie was the one that did the deed. Sent back in by NYU, 3 seconds left. This will expire the power play. This one kept in, and Gallegos could not quite keep that south of the blue line, but here he comes. Gallegos just out of the box, a shot saved by the glove of Jeremy Wick. Diving ahead, Crane couldn't control the puck. And NYU was a little bit behind the play. Not a great turnover there from Drexel. Dragons fortunate to get back into the play defensively. Sent right across at the dot, the shot, and that one's gloved clean by Jeremy Wick. 13:42 to play in the second period. No score yet in the second period. 1-1 on the evening. Cameron Neely against Adam Peck. NYU had initial control. They're going to whack it around the far side, and it'll come to the near side. Right in front, Wick got a save on it. It was going wide, but got the pad on it to be safe. On the near side boards, Mikulik looking to clear. Gets it to the point, but not out. Now back behind the net. Sent across. It comes in on Wick. Some friendly fire as it came off the skate of Churchvara, but Jeremy Wick was there. A reminder that you can find the Drexel Hockey program on Twitter. That's at Drexel Hockey. Nice and easy. You can find programming information about us as well as the team as they get ready for their trip to Dallas, Texas on the website. That's the Point Streaks website affiliated with Drexel University Hockey. So stay involved with everything Dragons. Kyle Fiore looking to clear. Now a nice pass up the far side boards. Schickling could not come up with it. NYU looking to clear and cannot. Nearly sends it right across, just past the outstretched stick of James Schickling. Now this floated ahead. This will come on net. And Jeremy Wick covers up. That one came north of the red line, so if that one went wide and Drexel won the race, could have been an icing. But good aim that time from NYU, if not an ill-advised clearance. 4 or 5 feet short of the red line. Carmichael, pretty simple, doesn't complain, kicks out of the circle. And the faceoff is won by NYU. Stepping up at the point, shot never got there. Still loose in front. Again in front, and a block that time by Wyeth Cool as he got down and made the play. And it'll escape the zone via the air, come up well short of icing. NYU builds back up the ice, intercepted there by Eugene Lim. Leads to possession for Cool, good touch pass. And offside as Jamie Crane couldn't quite hold the right skate. 12:20 to play, second period. You're watching us here on DHN, the Drexel Hockey Network, live from the class of 1923 arena in University City, Pennsylvania, right across the Schuylkill River from Center City, Philly. Lim tried to whip that across and did. Crane couldn't quite handle it. Good work there by Corkery to get a stick on that pass, intended for number 24, Jack Orn. Wyeth Cool overruns the puck. Carmichael is back there, nudged into the wall, and escapes that hit fairly well. Now he'll get it to the red line, taken off the puck there by number 25, Dylan Key. This ripped high off the boards and right to Wyeth Cool. Josh Sklar carries across the blue line and is cleared back out to center by NYU. They fight for possession in the center of the ice. Nifty move there by Isaac Shea, and it's sent back down. And a shot comes in from Runk. He won the race. NYU gave up. They thought it was icing, and somehow Kavanaugh makes the play. Fortunate bounce, no doubt, but the race still has to be won by NYU, and they came up a step short, and they gave up on the play. Unbelievably fortunate to not be down 2-1. Now they win the faceoff. DiCarlo can't quite get it to his forehand. Drops it back for Runk, who's nudged into the wall there by number 16, Adam Peck. Peck is in there for NYU, will be able to get the clearance, and here's the counter for NYU. Scott Mulligan brings it across. Nice defense there on the retreat by Blaze Kilroy. Urbani plays it to the far side. And Nathan Runk. Runk into the zone. Has Sklar with them. Runk's taking off the puck. Sklar sends it right in front. And well distributed there. But NYU able to avert danger for the time being. A penalty called against Drexel. And it looked from here like Peck felt a little bit of contact and went down. He elicited a tripping call. DiCarlo doesn't love the call. He'll go to the penalty box for 2 minutes. And now we'll see what this power play unit for NYU is able to do, and if the penalty kill for Drexel can be successful. Parker Richards took the faceoff, couldn't win it. Churchvara didn't get a ton on that backhand. Can't get the clearance. He overruns the puck there along the near side boards. Drexel desperate to clear, and they will. Well done by the Drexel Dragons, just putting a little bit more effort into that than NYU did. And now they're getting into it back behind the play. A penalty will be called. Cameron Neely is in there, as is Brandon Ritchie. And they get Cameron Neely as he heads to the penalty box. And it doesn't look like Ritchie is going, so it's going to be 5-on-3 for the next minute 41. Again, that was well behind the play, so I didn't see it. Neely still having a vehement discussion with the official. So he doesn't like the call. Alex Peck gets it at the top of the circle. Thought about the shot. Drexel trying to stay in their lanes best they can. Shot goes wide. A big bounce off the backboards. Turning on it now, Scott Mulligan. Mulligan right in front. The save was made. Might have been actually blocked before it got to Wick. And he couldn't fire off a second shot off the rebound. Back below the goal line. Send in front. Jeremy Wick there. Boy, there might have been a sliver of an opening on the near side. Now another shot. They got a stick on it and up into the netting. 9:42 to play, second period. Still a minute 4 on the 5-on-3. And Wick, one heck of a save as it was dropped off on the doorstep. There was some lift from the NYU forward as well, but Wick makes the save. Scott Mulligan plays it back to the point. This is James Long, back for Mulligan. Long plays over for Alex Peck, top of the circle, back for Long, thought about the one-timer. Patience here from NYU. Right in front, off the pipe. Had Jeremy Wick beat. Scott Mulligan couldn't find the twine. Now they were trying to get it back to Mulligan. It's dropped off for Alex Peck. Peck right in front. They scramble for it in front. Puck is still loose. They bag away at it and it comes out. Drexel late on a shift. Can't get a clearance there. And they score! Scott Mulligan puts it in with 14 seconds left on the 5-on-3. There was an opportunity for a clearance, but you could see just a little bit of fatigue as that puck pops over the stick. And shortly thereafter, it's Scott Mulligan slotting it by Jeremy Wick, and NYU with a 2-1 lead and still 33 seconds left as they move to 5-on-4. Great work by the NYU power play. Drexel was unable to get a clearance for quite some time, and that fatigue, I believe, led to that goal being scored and the lack of the clearance. Now Drexel unable to clear this time either, and a big stick in the way by Patrick McGinley, and Nathan Rung takes a big chunk out of Richard Doherty. 7 seconds left on the power play. Dropped off. The long pass comes across, and offside. Diving to get back onside was Richard Doherty. Don't know why that's the idea, as you're going to be elevated in the air. Your skates are going to be further from the blue line than if you just skate back normally. But he was in desperation mode, and with 1 second left on the man advantage. The face-off outside the circle. Neely out of the box. He'll go right to the bench. And Jamie Crane into the game. Jeremy Wick goes up high to make that glove save with 8:08 to play in the second period. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. 8:08 to play second period. Drexel wins the faceoff. They flip it high. Brought down by NYU, and they do all get the touch. Now it's flicked in, and Jim Mikulik finds Church-Vera back behind the net. A long pass, ambitious there, was deflected in front, fortunate to get it back. And again, Drexel unable to clear. The shots, Drexel had about a 10-shot advantage coming into the period. It's down to just a 1-shot advantage. 21 for Drexel, 20 for NYU. Churchvara takes care of number 15, Jake Geller. And Drexel unable to maintain possession. Corkery spins back, plays it up the ice as Mikulik was coming to the bench. Knocked down there by Carmichael. It's batted ahead by NYU, and they waved off the icing as Wyeth Cool labored a little bit on his way to the bench, or on his way to south of the goal line, I should say. This will be an icing against Drexel. .7:04 to play, second period. NYU a 2-1 lead. Drexel got the first goal of the night. It was very quickly followed up by a scramble in front, and NYU, as Drexel again is offside. This time Jamie Crane. So NYU got that equalizer late in the first. Drexel struggled on a 5-minute major, and then NYU scores on the 5-on-3 midway through the second. That's how we got to where we are right now. NYU drifts it ahead. Parker Richards flips it up when he gets to the red line. Now Alex Peck back behind the net and turns it over. Drexel is content to clear and is brought down with a high stick by Brandon Ritchie. Patrick McGinley will take the face-off at the near side circle in the Drexel offensive zone, wins it easily. Back for Kilroy, takes the shot, it got all the way through, and was sticked there to the backboards. Kilroy, a big hit there on Ritchie. Off-angle shot from Hart, save made, and he's now taken off the puck. Brandon Ritchie brings it up, skated there. Nice job by number 13, Patrick McGinley. And Drexel possesses. McGinley loses possession. NYU turns, flicks it high, and it's a foot race for the puck. Ritchie got there first. Kilroy had possession, and now on the forecheck, NYU looking to poke it free. They do. Sent right across, right in front. Wick makes the save. What a save there by Wick, extending the pad across the crease and keeping this just a 2-1 game. A big shot. Jeremy Wick got the blocker up there and made the save. NYU controlling the offensive zone here in the last 5 minutes. Played back to the point, winding and firing. That one was deflected in front. And a big screen there as Wick had to come up with a save after the deflection. 5:41 to play, second period. We're deadlocked in shots now, 23 apiece. Cameron Neely in the face-off circle. It's won by NYU. Spinning and firing, and Jeremy Wick saw it and was up to task. Into the neutral zone, James Schickling. Schickling gets possession. Kyle Fiore is in there as well. But NYU is going to be able to control. The shot is directed wide of the net. Schickling comes in there, taken down, but continues his efforts on the forecheck. 3 Dragons are in there. 3 guys from NYU, and it comes to the point, well kept by Drexel. But now NYU carries it up the ice. Brian Tacone, he was a goal scorer earlier tonight, and that puck was a little bit behind the intended stick of Jack Orn. Sent right in front, nobody there. A spinning puck will make its way down. And they do wave off the icing. Came up short of the goal line. Hagan tried to lay a hit on the bigger Andrew Williamson. They get it to the red line, and NYU fires it back. NYU changes all but one. McGinley now turns on it. A lot of Dragons by the puck. Wyeth Cool carries to the red line. Encounters 2 defenders, and here's Hagan. Hagan Good move. Drops it in front. They can't finish. What a play to pull that puck there by Hagen around the outstretched body of the defender. And then Hagen, what a play! He scores! On a wraparound. Kavanaugh never saw it coming. All-out effort from Christopher Hagen. First on the pull as he brought it into the zone. That kept the play alive. Puck pops behind the net. As he's falling, dives across and is able to beat Kavanaugh on the near side. All square at 2 again, and we got ourselves one heck of a hockey game. Drexel now controls, and an unfortunate and ambitious effort there from Lim. But now Drexel will maintain possession. Lim gets another look back behind the net, drops it off for Kilroy. That puck will pop over a stick, comes out to the neutral zone. Here's Carmichael with it. Carmichael, good move to get around that intended check. Sent back, and that was just a little bit behind. In the neutral zone, NYU takes a shot. It goes wide from the red line. NYU gets the change. Good drop off there. Crane drops it off the near side boards, tried to chase. Now sent across. Here's Lim. Lim's all alone. Takes the shot, and it was blocked there and up into the stands by Richard Doherty. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left in an action-packed second period. NYU took a 2-1 lead. Drexel, behind an outstanding play from Christopher Hagen, scored their second, and that is where we stand right now. Whipped along the near side boards by Blake Howard. Turning on it now, number 21, Cole Donovan. Donovan plays it up the ice. Tacone is in front and sends it across. Now that pass a little bit long, and that should come up short of icing, and they do just at the last minute. Wave it off. Frank Horowitz. Here's a shot from an off angle. Wick was there. Puck stays in the rink. Mikulik plays it back for Churchvara. Churchvara encounters 2 defenders and gives it up. Popped in front. That should be a hand check, and there is the call right on cue. And extracurriculars, that comes well after the whistle. And Patrick McGinley being taken down by number 25, Dylan Key. And the referees are going to have to sort this one out. And I do think we got a penalty right at the end there. Dylan Hart and Andrew Williamson were going at it well after the whistle, after McGinley was taken down, and I think they were ready and content to let everybody slide until Williamson and Hart got into it after all the scrums had ended. And Kyle Zoldi doesn't like the call. I wouldn't either, sending your captain to the bench versus Williamson. Williamson's had a good year, but he has 3 points on the year. Dylan Hart, on the other hand, he came into the game with 32 points on the season. So you send out your big and nasty if you're NYU. You get into it with the opposing team's captain, and you'll take a 3-point guy going to the bench versus a 32-point guy. So that's why Kyle Zoldi is not going to be happy, and I don't blame him. More discussions with the official. And to the credit of Kyle Zoldi, if you're going to send anybody to the bench, there were more egregious things occurring than what occurred with Dylan Hart and Andrew Williamson. It was just more the timing that led to the call. So Drexel goes 4-on-4, but as mentioned, without the help of the captain, Dylan Hart. Drexel's been successful on the 4-on-4 so far this year. It's been a point of strength for them, given their skill, all things considered, and the fact that on 4-on-4 you have a lot more open ice. But here's a giveaway. Jeremy Wick comes up and makes the save as James Long goes high with the shots. 1:51 to go. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey for the vast majority of the remainder of this period. 1:25 to go to the offsetting 2-minute minors. Eugene Lim turns with the puck. Doesn't have a lot of support. He's going to play it up off the near side boards. And now a penalty is coming up. And Lim with a little something to say as he skates by Blake Howard. So here's an opportunity for the Dragons. They'll have a 4-on-3. And a lot of open space on that ice. Certainly, if you're the Dragons, you'd prefer the 4-on-3 to the 5-on-4. And they'll have a good long time to operate. And NYU gets an initial clearance off the faceoff win. Schickling taken down. Another hit, and that's going to be a penalty. Dylan Key with the cross-check. Again, a pretty easy call. And he will go to the bench. 1:23 to go. It is a crowded penalty box. It'll still be 4-on-3. Obviously can't send a team down to 2 skaters. And after the stoppage, we're ready for action again. 1:23 to go, second period, still tied at 2. Carmichael went down on a knee to try to prevent that clearance. Now strong skating here from number 13, James Long. Long is collapsed by 2 defensemen. He's still going to get there first. Great work by Long. Carmichael will carry it. Lots of space out there on the ice. Churchvara into the slot and now comes to the top of the circle. Churchvara with patience. Plays it back for Lim. Brings it right on. That pass was deflected as it came across the center of the ice. They'll try it again. Churchvara. Aaron Carmichael winds and fires it, caught the outside of the post. 36 seconds left in the period. Lim winds and fires. That one is blocked well by Tiger Yan. Lim back for Churchvara, and now it's back to 5-on-3 for Drexel. The second NYU player could not come out of the box, given that there were 3 in the box, and now 5-on-3 for the next 29 seconds. That shot came in front, and it's saved by Kavanaugh. Dylan Hart taken down from behind. Looked like it could have been a cross-check, and he's going to have that discussion. 3 seconds left in the period. And Drexel on the 5-on-3 for the next 22 seconds, as that will likely bleed over into the third period. We'll hear from Flyers legend on the public address, Lou Nolan, in between periods, so hang with us for the intermission report here on the Drexel Hockey Network. One last shot across, and that pass came just a bit behind Jamie Crane. A good 40 minutes of hockey here from the class of 1923 arena. Drexel 2, NYU 2. NYU took their first lead midway through the second period. Drexel responded with one of the best plays you'll see all year. Pure effort from Christopher Hagan. We'll take a break, and as we mentioned, you'll hear from Lou Nolan at the intermission. Hang with us here on DHN, and we appreciate it. We'll be back. Bob Long, Mike Crisafulli, your team here tonight. we're back here at the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and we're with former inductee Lou Nolan, who was on with us last year. We're really excited to have you back, and nice to see you here.
Well, you know, it's a great event. I'm glad to be here, and I'm more honored that I was inducted, and it's great to see friends here that are making that journey the same way, notably Reggie Leach.
Yeah. Absolutely. A tremendous, tremendous player, as you well know, back in the 1975 Stanley Cup teams, and part of that unbelievable line back in the 70s that really just took other teams' lunch money.
I think there were 141 goals from that line. I remember that number because they threw out, it broke some record or something, I don't know, and they threw out these dollar bills, orange dollar bills, and they fluttered down. Nothing reached the ice, but I got a couple of those home. But, I mean, I've seen Reggie score 5 in a game. It's pretty good.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Really unbelievable. Yeah. And so if you compare a line like that, a team like that, to some of the other great teams that the Flyers have had, of course, they won a Stanley Cup, so that is right there at the top. But what did they bring that makes such a good hockey team and kind of led people to believe and led people to understand what the Flyers' identity was?
Well, you know, when you win the title like that and win the cup, you basically are in everybody's heart forever, and it's very difficult. You know, with Billy Barber and Clarkie and Reggie together, Reggie could really shoot, and so could Billy Barber, and Clarkie could set them up and then pick up the garbage that bounced off goalies because the goalies couldn't control the puck. So they popped in a large number of goals. Later on, with Tim Kerr playing and Dave Poulin playing, guys like that, there were people that were almost equal, but not quite equal. And you could be in Game 7 and against Edmonton and not make it, and it's a world of difference from making it and having what it takes to win that cup.
Really is. You're absolutely right. And against some of the tremendous teams back there in the 1970s, notably they beat the Buffalo Sabres to win the Stanley Cup in 1974 and 1975. How has the game changed in your mind since that time to some of the great players and teams that you see today?
Well, that's a softball question. Speed. The teams that back in those years wouldn't come up the ice with the same speed as they do now across the league. A little more of a snake-like entry into zones. Our guys don't do a lot of that. When they do that, they're offside. Because somebody always wants to go straight at it. But these guys, they're drilled differently. They drill the same thing over and over and over until it becomes part of what they have in their brains as far as how they perform. And just speed is the main thing. And talent, I think these guys nowadays keep themselves in better shape. I think they are measured in every single thing that they could possibly be measured in. We have analytics now in the league. 2 or 3 people with the Flyers do analytics. So everybody knows in management what can be done and how somebody's performing.
All right, so I'll try for not 2 softball questions in a row, Lou. I would hate to do that. So let's talk about the junior ranks, and let's talk about USA Hockey and where the future is for USA Hockey in terms of producing prospects. Of course, when we talk about the Olympics, we're not going to be talking about NHL players any longer. So the junior game, the next wave of USA talent, how do you see that?
Well, because there's so much emphasis put on national teams nowadays, and they'll train 50, 60 guys at camp and pull them from different places. I think it's good. I think we're going to be good going forward. Junior hockey and the ages leading up to junior hockey, 16, under 16, under 17s, under 18s, they're better than they ever been. And I think that the future is really strong. Good leadership, good teams, a lot of American players.
And speaking of the juniors, obviously the college game has just exploded in terms of amateurs that are trying to make that next step. You see a team just in this state like Penn State make the jump up to NCAA Division I and the success that they've had. The college game, how do you feel that the college game is being represented both from a media perspective and in terms of the talent that you see then filtering upward?
Well, I think more than ever, you have the ability to tune into a college game just about any night you wish to do so because of the proliferation of cable and digital television. And so you can watch people. Now, they're being scouted all the time for talent, just like the juniors are and just like the other professional ranks are. So I think that the college game itself is so exciting. I mean, those guys go out and they run through the end of the boards and nail somebody. I mean, it's, you know, it's terrific. And nonstop. And they produce some pretty good players, and that's evident by the individuals that have, you know, come into the NHL. But, I mean, talk about Gostisbehere, right? He was, you know, his team won the Frozen Four, and they won 7-4. He was +7. So, I mean, it's ridiculous, you know, and he's played well with us. I think that some of the talent has caught up to him. He's got that little move back again that he had in his first couple of years, and then last year lost a little bit of. It's confidence, you know. He's a good player, and I think that things ahead for our Flyers team are strong.
So why and what in particular gives you that indication? Obviously, a great organization that year after year is trying to put a good team on the ice. And I got to ask you, as you're wearing the beautiful orange tie this evening, what you see out of the Flyers this year. And, of course, there's some great prospects in the pipe, most specifically a guy that'll be in between the pipes.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Carter Hart, who is down in Allentown now, and will probably play a majority of the games there. He's got a lot to learn. It's just like anybody that comes out of junior, no matter what level you play on. You know, you play national and junior, you're still playing against other junior players. You start playing against men who have a better shot, who will not, will do what they need to do to win a game, including running goalies. So it's a little different there. But he'll go to school there, and Ron Hextall will be very patient with him. If we hold up okay up here, I think that he'll get his chance to learn, adjust to the shot, adjust to the speed of the game, which is accelerated in both ways. And I think we'll see him here, but I got a funny feeling we won't see him this year.
Yeah, interesting. I know that's the question. There's a lot of fans out there calling for him now, but perhaps the best thing for his development.
Yeah, his numbers aren't great, and I think that is part of the challenge for him to face. How do I make my numbers better? Now, think of the pressure on people here. If he was 5-0 with a 161 goals against average and a 933 save percentage, it's not like that. If it was, there'd be pressure to bring him up every time a goalie has a bad game. But it's not like that. And they, I think they're going to have time with him there, and I think he really needs the time. So Allentown's a nice place.
Yes, it is. Not too bad. Billy Joel once wrote a song about it.
Yes, he did.
Well, before I let you go, I got to give a shout-out on behalf of the Drexel University hockey program. I've been calling their games this year, going to be doing every home game for them, and I know that all those guys and everybody that's associated with hockey in Philadelphia, big fans of yours. I can say the same for myself. Appreciate you coming on and being a part of this.
Well, I'm flattered. Thank you. As I said here when I was inducted, I'm just a kid from Southwest Philly who loved hockey when lots of guys played basketball, and I never believed the ball was coming back to my hand when I dribbled, so instead it was hockey. But thanks for having me on. I appreciate the chance.
It's been a pleasure. Welcome back inside the class of 1923 arena. The home of the Drexel Dragons. Bob Long on play-by-play, Mike Crisafulli on camera. And for perhaps one last period this season, we broadcast the home hockey matches here at the rink. So this is the last scheduled home regular season game for the Dragons. And Drexel will be on the 5-on-3 for the next 19 seconds. So can Drexel create another opportunity? They'll get a minute 30 after that fourth guy comes out on the ice for NYU. Can they earn a go-ahead goal? Churchvara turns on the puck, back for Lim. In between the circles, takes the shot, and it's saved by Kavanaugh. Still 1 second left on the 5-on-3. Along the near side, it is flicked up the ice. And back to 5-on-4. NYU able to get another guy out on the ice. Good pass there and directed for Carmichael. Brings it on and spins at the top of the circle. Lim with patience and nearly lost it out of the zone. Carmichael plays it back for Churchvara. Churchvara puts some air on that puck, gets it over to Carmichael. Carmichael spins and backhands it behind the net. Schickling tried to send it in front. Good defense there by NYU. And it is cleared all the way down the ice after a good stick lift against James Schickling. 29 seconds left on the 5-on-4. Power play opportunity for Drexel. One of the referees took a tumble and Churchvara took a big hit. Cole Donovan takes the shot right into the chest of Jeremy Wick. Along the near side boards, Drexel now looking for a clearance. NYU turns and fires, and Jeremy Wick makes a big save. Shot came off the stick of Scott Mulligan, who's had a nice night this evening. Into the slot, the shot was blocked and goes to the back boards. Mulligan is back there, as is Neely for Drexel. Sent right in front, puck is still loose. And back behind the net to get it, number 29, Frank Horowitz. And that rolls over the stick of Richard Doherty. Foot race for it. Doherty does get there first, able to kick it to himself. And a very nice play to recover by Doherty. Now a cross-ice pass, finds the stick of Mulligan. Mulligan sends it across, didn't have much on it. And it's sent to the far boards by the Dragons. Horowitz back in there, nudged into the boards by Neely. Here's Mike Churchvara taking down a member of the NYU team on his way there, and they do get the clearance. Brandon Ritchie carries it back, has some patience. Good pass. And couldn't really be handled there by Parker Richards. It's dumped in by NYU, 17:28 to play, still tied at 2. Full strength on both sides. Schickling gets it into the zone and takes a hit into the wall for his troubles. Comes back for Schickling. The puck is at his feet. Looked like he was trying to go to the bench, and now he gives it away. Jeremy Wick saves it. It came in front, and Schickling is able to get it to the point, but no further. Schickling didn't expect that puck to come to him, and when he did get it, kind of just fired it across. A bad turnover that nearly resulted in a goal, and Nathan Runk. Big hit, runs right through Andrew Williamson. Williamson stands at 6'4". That's not a small man. NYU does need to touch up. Puck, I think, went out of the zone. Yes, indeed. It went out of the rink. And the faceoff will come outside the zone with 16:38 to play. But Nathan Runk, take a bow, my friend. And that one keeps in the zone. Dragons with possession. And it popped over the stick of Mikulek. Everybody has to touch up for Drexel. They'll elect to get a change. Carmichael comes off the bench as Runk goes to the bench. NYU drops it across right in front and they score. Thing of beauty. Isaac Che with the goal off the assist from Mason Gallegos. Boy, and there really weren't numbers there. It was 3 on 4. 4 guys for Drexel were back. Puck handler carrying it into the zone, took two defenders out of the play, found it over way to the Gallegos, and Gallegos took the ensuing defender out of the play, whipped it across one more time, and Isaac Che with a big-time goal. And here is Mike Church-Vera into the zone and hit hard into the boards. NYU skips it across and is able to carry it out of the zone. Richard Doherty, that one is blockered wide by Jeremy Wick. Turning on it now is Mulligan, and Mulligan hits the deck. They have a guy up at the point, couldn't find it there. Dropped back by Blake Howard. Now Mulligan back behind the net, and he takes a fall again. Almost got that right in front of the net. Good work by Mulligan. Now a shot comes on by Howard. Drexel looking for a clearance. Carmichael flips it high, and they are going to wave off the icing. 15:10 to play. That will not be waved off. That is an icing. And Drexel will get the face-off in their offensive zone. They fight for the puck. It's still loose. Comes back to the point. Corkery takes the shot through traffic, and it's saved there by Patrick Cavanaugh. NYU controls off the faceoff. Here's Andrew Williamson. Plays it up the far side boards, and it does make its way to center ice. Williamson comes onto the puck. Taken down on the play was Brandon Ritchie. And Drexel works it behind. Hagan flips it up. Turned over there, though. And NYU with another chance. Big hit there by Wyeth Cool as he fires number 9, Brandon Ritchie, into the side boards, and Drexel builds. Corkery sent into the boards near his own bench. This is flipped in, and Drexel has to touch up. Hagan was in an offside position as the puck goes up and out of play. (3-2). NYU leads over Drexel. Faceoff is out of the Drexel offensive zone. Faceoff is controlled by NYU. James Long plays it across, looking to carry it out of the zone, and plays it up for number 17, Mason Gallegos, and offside once again, our NYU. This time it was the goal scorer, Isaac Che. Neely wins the faceoff. Schickling turns with it and is able to flip it up to center ice. This glides its way into the zone of NYU. Gallegos plays it back. Drexel sending extra men, trying to keep this in the zone. It's cleared to center ice. Urbani turns with it. And Schickling taking off the puck. And it's going to be a penalty. And still jawing is Tiger Jan. Jan goes to the bench. And he's still barking at Schickling. I don't know what the deal is from Jan's perspective, but he'll have 2 minutes to think about it in the penalty box. Dylan Hart couldn't win the faceoff. Instead, Alex Peck was able to maneuver it to the backboards. Jamie Crane thought he was getting held. Kept in well at the point by Urbani. Sent across, winding and firing, and that one goes up, and it hits the ceiling. First time I think we've seen that all year. Hart wound up. He got a big piece of it. Alex Peck got in the way. It popped straight up into the air, and it hit the ceiling here at Class of 23 Arena. Did that one ever come down? I don't think it did. Perhaps we'll get 2 pucks on the ice at some point in the next 13:23. Hart facing off against Gallegos, and Gallegos is kicked out of the face-off circle. Now Cole Donovan, and Drexel wins the face-off, but great job by Gallegos. Jeremy Wick will have to cover up. And Jamie Crane takes a little umbrage with Gallegos. No harm, no foul. Everybody move on. It's one of the most predictable things in the game of hockey. Gallegos throws up a little bit of snow in Wick's face. Doesn't make any contact. Little gamesmanship there. Crane has to defend the goaltender, absolutely. And the referees do a good job of separating and moving on. Drexel with a 5-on-4 after the penalty to Tiger Jan. For the next minute 30. Drexel needs to clear the zone, and they will. They have numbers, 3-on-1. Lim drops it off to Shutt, and they score! What a build-up by Eugene Lim. It's James Schickling firing at home past Kavanaugh, and we're tied up at 3 again. Too good from Eugene Lim. It was 3-on-1, so he makes the first defender commit. He had another left-handed stick mate with him in the center, but Schickling knew he had the right-handed guy on the far side attacking the back post. Super pass right on the stick of Schickling, and he finds it past Kavanaugh. Too good from the Drexel Dragons. And an icing will bring it back into the Drexel offensive zone. A power play goal by the Dragons ties it up. And we should have an entertaining 12:50 in the final period of regulation. Churchvara keeps it in, sends it across. Here's Eugene Lim. Will he get there? Nice job to keep it in the zone. That's flicked up. And Drexel still working hard. Crane, but now it finally does come out to center ice. Dropped off. They are on side. Good skate there. And another opportunity. Another counterattack. Dropped off. Aaron Carmichael scores! Oh, what a find! Eugene Lim runs the break again. Aaron Carmichael scores, and it's Jamie Crane. Crane reached out the stick. The pass came across very slowly, so Kavanaugh had time to get to the far side of the post. So Jamie Crane, unselfish, drops it right back off from whence it came. Aaron Carmichael there, and he scores to make it 4-3 Dragons. This one is down. Icing waved off as Christopher Hagan won the race. Here's Dylan Hart, drops it off in front, and McGinley could not get the shot off. Blaze Kilroy sends it back down. Hagan will touch up. A 1-2 punch by the Drexel Dragons as Hagan tries to take a piece out of number 9 for NYU, Brandon Ritchie. Now they'll build again. Here's Cameron Neely. Neely brings it on, takes the shot. It was deflected well there by number 13, James Long. And now NYU comes back up the ice. They'll carry it out of the zone. All the way in. Shot goes just high. This one is kept in the zone. Onto the stick of number 26, Isaac Che, who scored the last goal for NYU. Gallegos taking off the puck. Sent right in front. There's a shot that's blocked by Schickling, throwing his body in the way. Che plays it back to the point. Shot was blocked there. It comes high to the near side boards. And another hit into the wall as Dylan Key throws it down below. Neely brings the puck free. It comes back to Key. Long shot was directed wide. Gallegos tried to send it in front. It's still back behind the net. Mikulik flips it, and it's kept in again by Key. Comes back to Mikulik. A long shift here for this Dragons team, but they can't get the clearance. Long shot is knocked down by his own teammate Gallegos. And still looking for a clearance. Jeremy Wick with a big glove save on a deflection, and now a much-needed change for the Dragons. Very evenly played game. 33 shots for NYU, 30 for Drexel, 4-3. The Dragons lead. They found themselves down 3-2. Got two quick ones. Both of them led on the break by Eugene Lim. Now right in front. They scramble for it. Back to the top of the circle. Shot. And it's saved there by Wick. Good job to control that rebound as well by Wick. Now sent right in front. Drexel has the puck back behind their own net. Again, desperate for a clearance as NYU turns up the heat. Wyeth Cool slow to get up as he was taken down on the play. And that does find its way out of the zone, and an icing is called. And Jamie Crane on his way to the bench maybe doesn't do enough to avoid number 10, Richard Dougherty, and then Wyeth Cool getting into it with Adam Peck. These teams might not see each other all that often, but I think they're finding a way to love each other here this evening. I tell you what, a little bit chippy at the Class of 23 arena. Long pass. What a pass onto the stick of Christopher Hagan. Hagan brings it on, sends a fastball past Hart. Hart drops it back for Hagan below the goal line. Hagan finds McGinley. McGinley sends it back behind for Hart, and it goes over his stick. Opportunity now for NYU to turn on it, and they do carry it up to center ice. Flipped high, blockered there by Jeremy Wick. Blaze Kilroy will be first to it. Whipped back behind the net, touched up there by Urbani. And turning and firing onto the stick of Kyle Fiore. Fiore sends it behind McGinley. And now turning with it as McGinley was going to the bench for the change is NYU. Isaac Che. Che brings it on with the shot. It was deflected. This one finds its way to center ice. Dropped back in by NYU. Mike Churchvara plays across for Neely. It is out to center ice. Schickling taking off the puck. This pops off the official, and that's going to cause NYU to be offside. So that hits the official. And, of course, Gallegos is skating into the zone as if he assumes that puck is just going to continue on behind the net. Popped ahead. Number 26, Che, didn't see it, and as a result, it's offside. Carried on by Adam Peck, who won the faceoff. Brings it back, takes it to the point, into the slot. Now that pass had a lot of heat on it. Well done by Richard Doherty to hang on. Now Doherty, will he get it back at the point? They're unable to get it up to him. And now they do. Doherty at the point, swings it along the near side boards, back behind the net for Scott Mulligan. Mulligan defended there by Churchvara. A one-timer, doesn't get to net, still in front, and now it makes its way to the far side boards as Mulligan is hit hard. Now right in front, Wick is there. Wick makes the save as NYU unable to raise the puck from the off angle. And with 7:21 to play in the third period, it's Drexel 4, NYU 3, trying to hang on and end what has been an unbelievable season here on their home ice. By my count, they've only lost here in any variety, regulation, shootout, or overtime. They've only lost here 3 times in a 5-loss season. Absolutely incredible. Looking for their 29th regular season win. The best regular season in program history. James Long sends it right in front. It was deflected there, and Wick stayed with it. Peck probably didn't get quite the touch he was looking for. This one sent high. They got to wave off the icing there. Back to get it is Tiger Jan. Jan drops it off as Drexel gets the change. Eugene Lim puts his stick on the ice and got the deflection, but not possession. Jim Mikulik will get there first. Churchvara is in there as well, but NYU working hard on the forecheck. Now Mikulik swings it to the near side boards. It's brought down with a high stick by number 26, Isaac Che. Buckle up for an entertaining last 6 minutes and 16 seconds. NYU is going to continue to throw everything they have here at Drexel, and, well, I don't anticipate the chippiness that we've seen in this period to reduce any. Along the far side boards, Hagan, a long pass, brought down with the glove of number 25, Dylan Key, but now Hagan into the zone, and well done to shield the puck there by Isaac Che. Che brings it up to the line, sends it in. Churchvara back behind his own net and didn't get a lot on that one. Fortunate the Drexel Dragons are to get that back and clear it up the ice. Andrew Williamson, he whiffed on that one. And that one is sent long, and they will win the race. NYU to wave off the icing. Churchvara back there on the play. Discards number 17, Mason Gallegos, to take him out of the play, and here's Wyeth Cool. Cool brings it in all alone. The defenseman brings it on and blows through the goaltender. Big save there by Kavanaugh. Well, Cool lost his skates. Don't think he was taken down. And Wyeth Cool, I believe, will be escorted. Did they get a penalty there? It looked like the official was pointing. But perhaps he was just pointing that the faceoff would go out of the zone, and I believe that was indeed the signal. Because Cool wasn't taken down on his way into the goaltender, and he's the one that drove that net off the moorings, Drexel does not get the benefit of the faceoff in their own offensive zone. And they wave it off because number 16, Adam Peck, won the race. 5:07 to play. NYU turns on it. Along the far side, well done by Peck to bring it down. Sent across. It comes to the top of the circle. They switch the ice. That shot comes, and it was blocked there by Wyeth Cool. A very odd bounce off the side of the boards, and it prevents a Drexel clearance. Now they do clear it to center ice. Schickling's on the puck, as whiffing on it was Richard Doherty. Now Schickling sends that down, and they wave off any icing. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to play. And a big hit there. And a delayed penalty. James Schickling is called for the penalty, and he will go to the box. Now, NYU is certainly on that puck. It wasn't an interference call, at least I wouldn't expect that to be the case. But Schickling goes to the box for 2 minutes. And now NYU with an opportunity on a 5-on-4 to try to tie up this hockey game. And Drexel gets an initial clearance. Drexel has to play disciplined hockey as they try to kill this penalty. Can't take any more penalties here. And can't quite clear it. Strong on the puck was Tacone. Tacone back behind the net for Gallegos. Gallegos gets it back. Tacone with a long shot. It was deflected there. Back behind the net is Parker Richards. Richards able to drop it off. Ritchie, puck taken off his stick. It comes back to the point but not out. Here's Richard Doherty with a long shot. It's directed wide there. And a hit into the boards by Blaze Kilroy. Kilroy stays right on to number 17, Gallegos. And now another shot comes on the outside of the post as Wick had that one covered from Mason Gallegos. Gallegos gets it back in between the circles. The shot goes just wide. Here's Ritchie. Plays it back to the point. One-timer, save made, brought down by a high stick. And right on it was the official just below the goal line. Certainly a good call by the officials, and it came at a good time for Drexel as they were reeling a little bit. 39 seconds left on the man advantage, and the face-off out of the zone. Effective face-off win there. Drexel gets an immediate clearance by Mike Churchvara. Under 3 minutes to go. 30 seconds left on the man advantage for NYU. Can Drexel's penalty kill come up big one more time? Nice job by Mikulek. Runk will play it forward. Now will try to hold this up for as long as he can. Pretty easily displaced there. And NYU with one last build. 11 seconds left. Peck is on the race and will get there first. Back behind the net, he as well as Scott Mulligan. Churchvara. And now Drexel can no longer ice the puck. Good stick in the way there by McGinley. Drexel unable to clear again. A big shot goes into the netting, and with 2:09 to play, it's a 4-3 lead for Drexel. This faceoff should stay in the zone, and now some extracurriculars. See if there's any action that comes out of this. Frank Horowitz will go to the penalty box. That's a big development. So a 2-minute penalty, a minor penalty goes to Horowitz. There's 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in the hockey game. Drexel with a 1-goal lead. And nobody going to the box for the Dragons. Looks like they'll have a 5-on-4 coming out of this timeout. NYU effectively and intelligently decides to use the timeout now. So what NYU is going to have to do is, 1, find a way to clear this puck, and then 2, very quickly, send Patrick Cavanaugh to the bench to get a 5th skater out on the ice. And if they're able to do that, it'll be 5-on-5. They'll have to effectively score at even strength with a goaltender on the bench. Aaron Carmichael, good work back there, as well as James Schickling. Drexel content to hold it. And now we'll set up the offense. They have the 5-on-4 advantage. 1:42 on the power play. Eugene Lim Here's Churchvara. Drops off for Lim again. Cross ice pass for Carmichael. That pass had a lot of heat on it. It's given away. Let's see if Kavanaugh is able to come to the bench. He's not budging in there. 1:27 to play as Drexel sends it off the far side boards. Schickling, it's popped up to him at the point. And it's poked free. Here comes Kavanaugh to the bench, a fifth skater out on the ice for NYU. And a penalty's going to come up against Blaze Kilroy and Drexel with 1:07 to play, so it gets interesting here in Philadelphia. Kavanaugh is on the bench. Kilroy to the box. So it's 4-on-4, but with Kavanaugh on the bench, add a fifth skater for NYU, and they have the equivalent of a man advantage on a 5-on-4 for the next 58 seconds. And once that 58 seconds expires, NYU will get a sixth skater out on the ice. That'll be with 9 seconds left in the hockey game. Drexel takes its timeout, and you get a look inside the huddle with Kyle Zoldy, TJ Lasik, and Derek Cruz, along with the 4 that will be out on the ice along with Jeremy Wick. A 28-win regular season. The best season in program history, and it comes down to this. Final minute 3 to go. Now under a minute to go. 5 skaters on the ice for NYU, 4 for Drexel. The shot goes wide. Big hit there by Cameron Neely. Scott Mulligan drops it off. Back to the point, James Long. Now for Parker Richards. And perhaps a trip, no, not called. Richie plays it up. Long has it, top of the circle, they play it across. Brought down by Alex Peck. Peck plays it back for Mike Churchvara. He's gonna take a shot. Will this be on net? It will! Mike Churchvara from one end of the parking lot to the other. What a way to cap it. What a career for Mike Churchvara. He was honored last Saturday night on senior night, his last home regular season game here at the class of 1923 arena, and how better to end it. Effectively ending the game, giving Drexel a 2-goal cushion with 22 seconds to go, and showing the snipe from the other end of the ice. Boy, that looked good as soon as he flipped it off his stick. So now Kavanaugh is back in net, 4-on-4. Corkery taken down into the backboard, 7 seconds left. Drexel leading by 2. Final 3 seconds. Last shot, Wick makes the save. And the Drexel Dragons win it 5-3 here at home. They end a tremendous regular season with a home win over a tough NYU team. They improved to 23-3, 1-1 on the year. The best regular season in program history. And on their way to the ACHA National Tournament. A conference tournament will occur the weekend of March the 3rd, but they've already punched their ticket. And what a win this was here. NYU, they played so tough here tonight. They had a 3-2 lead, but Drexel with 3 unanswered. 2 in succession to make it 4-3. Based on Eugene Lim-led counterattacks. And then, boy, what a way to cap it, Mike Churchvara with a goal of all goals, with an empty net It was going to be an icing if he threw it deep and it didn't hit the net. Didn't matter. Went center cut in between the pipes. And the Drexel Dragons, for the last time here at home in the regular season, salute their fans. We appreciate everybody being with us all season long. We'll have interviews coming up in just a few minutes, but it's been a special first season for us doing this on the Drexel Hockey Network. For my guy Mike Churchvara, who had a tremendous game. Put the goal in at the end. What a way to cap it. Appreciate everybody being with us all year on DHN. Bob Long, play-by-play. Mike Crisafulli has been nothing short of spectacular on the camera. One more task for him as we're going to do some interviews in just a few minutes, but wanted to thank him on air here for all he's done. Appreciate Jim Bell bringing me in, general manager of the program, Kyle Zoldi, head coach, TJ Lasik and Derek Cruz, the assistants, and everybody that is affiliated with this Drexel hockey program for making me part of the family this year. It's been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed every minute. So I hope that everybody hangs on for the post-game interviews in just a few minutes, but for those of you that won't, just wanted to give you my sincere appreciation for all the times that you've tuned into these broadcasts. It's been so much fun, and this team's made it a great experience. So, as I said, hang with us for just a few minutes. We'll have some interviews here on DHN, and then we'll sign off one final time from the Class of 23 Arena. All right, we got James Schickling and Eugene Lim here in the press box for the Drexel Hockey Network. Guys, congratulations on the culmination of the best season in program history thus far and a tough game against a really good opponent out there. How did it feel to go out for one more 60-minute stretch here at home this year?
Yeah, we really wanted to do it for the seniors. It's their last game at home, and just kind of keep their streak going in the playoffs next weekend, just try to keep building off it.
Eugene, what was it like for you to come out here one last time and lace up the skates at home before what's going to be a heck of a run through ECHA tournament play and then going down to Dallas?
Yeah, for sure. It was great to get the dub for the seniors. Yeah, I don't think NYU deserves to play with us. They're a bunch of cheap guys. They can go cry to their dads back at home after this. Never liked them, but it was great to beat them, so it was good.
Okay, James, let's go to a different topic of conversation then. Let's put this into perspective, if we could. Both of you guys here. What's 29 wins in the regular season mean to you guys? I mean, you guys didn't come out on top only 5 times this year. You defended this home ice in a big way all season. When you guys came into the regular season, is this something that you saw as a possibility, this amount of success?
Yeah, I think coming in since the start of the season, we saw that we had a special group of guys, and just every game we've been building off it, and especially when you start getting them rolling, you really, yeah, the wins just come easier working together.
Yeah, I have to agree with Schick. Just coming out here and playing every night, that's what we're supposed to do, and fortunately for us, we keep on coming out on top with the dub, and we just got to keep on rolling into nationals and next week in the championship game.
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to following you guys as you go down to Dallas. And, you know, walk for someone that hasn't been down there, walk someone through what that experience is like, playing at the national tournament level and what type of challenge you're going to face when you get there.
Yeah, every game's a challenge, so we just got to really take our time off the next couple weeks after playoffs and just prepare for the game and try to get that first win at nationals.
Yeah, I mean, it's my second time going to nationals, so be a little less nervous this time, I think. Huge crowd last time, so we just got to feed off their energy, hopefully, and maybe we'll give them a good game.
James Schickling, Eugene Lim here with us in the press box for the Drexel Hockey Network. Guys, congratulations on a special season. Thanks for allowing me and Mike to be a part of it. It's been really, really fun.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Had an awesome time having me.
Great stuff. And these are 2 of your guys here, the Drexel Dragons, Eugene Lim, James Schickling. Joining us in the box, Kyle Zoldi will come up in just a second. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks, Bob.
Kyle Zoldi with us here in the Drexel Hockey Network booth. Kyle, congratulations on another great win here tonight and finishing off this regular season. Really the only way you guys know how, with a win here at home in front of these fans.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's been a fortunate second half for us so far. I mean, 13 in a row is something to be proud of, so we're a happy bunch in there right now.
What was some of the challenge that NYU brought? They led 3-2, and then you guys were able to score 3 unanswered goals the rest of the way, but that was a very competitive hockey game out there. What did NYU bring?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they played a hell of a game, to be honest. They're big, they're fast. That's a really good hockey team across the way. Specifically, I thought they were pretty well coached tonight. I think that they learned a little bit about what they were going to change up from last night till tonight. You saw it stifled our power play a little bit there, so credit to them. But you know, our guys just battled through, definitely believe in each other. You know, when we're down, it stays positive on that bench, and guys just find a way to dig it out. So, you know, it's a character win tonight.
29 wins in the regular season, Kyle. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the best regular season in program history.
Yeah, by far. I mean, it's been a special year for these guys so far. I really can't say anything more. I think that number of wins is actually the most in the country across teams, so we might not be ranked the highest, you know. But, you know, we're certainly proud of, you know, 29 wins is 29 wins. So, like I said, it's been a happy locker room for a lot of the way here.
So walk us through the next couple of weeks. Obviously, it culminates with a trip to Nationals, but from here, February 16th, you have 2 weeks until ECHA, the tournament, and then you go down a couple weeks later. What are the next few weeks to a month going to look like for Drexel hockey?
Yeah, so there's actually been a scheduling change that happened. So the tournament, the ECHA playoffs, are actually going to be next weekend now. So that's a little bit of an adjustment that we learned about this weekend. So we'll adjust exactly as that. But yeah, it's good. So we'll get hopefully have two good games there, 2 more wins, raise a trophy. It's always a good celebration there. And then we got a lot of practice. We're going to try to get a couple scrimmages in, scrimmage against our D2 team to kind of stay in game shape. Maybe a scrimmage against another ACHA opponent that also is in a similar situation and needs some game. But it's going to be a lot of guys staying in shape and staying focused for the next month. So yes, sir.
Kyle, it's been a pleasure for me to be doing this all year. First year, I appreciate Jim putting me in touch with you and you being so, so accepting to what we've done here for your program. So I wanted to say thank you and then maybe kind of ask for your wrap-up thoughts on this and what it's brought to the program.
I think it's been unbelievable, Bob. I mean, I told you the feedback we've gotten from the alumni out there, parents that watch. Everybody has nothing but high praises for the broadcast, and I think the guys enjoy watching themselves, have fun with the interviews, bring some excitement, some energy. I personally know I love having the film available to watch and help us fix some things that we need to fix. And, yeah, we've had a good relationship going, so hoping for the best next year. We'll have you back and even get you calling some of the D2 games next year. That's the plan. Let's expand. So,
that's good. Well, I appreciate that. It's been a pleasure. Guys standing behind the camera there is a big part of it as well. Mike Crisafulli has done a tremendous job. Coach, congratulations on a great season. Thanks again for having me out, and best of luck the rest of the way. I know I'll be watching and following along.
Appreciate it, Bob. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Kyle Zoldi, head coach of the Drexel Dragons. We're signing off for the final time here for the Drexel Dragons regular season, a 29-game winner, best season in program history, and honored to be a small part of it. So thanks, everybody, for letting me onto your phones, into your living rooms, wherever and however you've been watching us this year. I appreciate you allowing me to be a small part and hope for the opportunity to see everybody next year as well. So thank you, Coach, and we're signing off from the Drexel Hockey Network.
Thanks, Bob. It's been a hell of a year, man.